every person that you've heard from today has a similar story. You see, the process to success simply goes like this. Vision, repeat after me, vision.
Vision.
Challenge.
Challenge.
Breakthrough.
Breakthrough.
Victory.
Victory.
Let's say it again. Vision, challenge, breakthrough, victory. So we all have that vision. When we get the idea, when we see something that's possible. And then understand that with that will come the challenge. Because in order to have the ultimate prize, which is the victory, we must overcome. We must create a better version of ourselves. And that's been my story with Karatbars, because when I started Karatbars in 2014, are we getting baptized? Baptized for Karatbars. No, we're drinking from the Holy Grail. Because we're champions. I want to tell you this, when I came to Karatbars, I was at a very, very low point in my life. In my 30s, I made millions of dollars in network marketing. I was on top of the world. I was living the rock star lifestyle. I had everything. Cars, homes, clothes, jewelry, anything. But one thing, I wasn't happy.
Here you go.
And I really didn't know why. And then the best thing that could ever happen to me happened. It was 2008. Crisis happened. Stock market, real estate market crashed in the US. I had properties, several properties that I had to walk away from because the mortgage was, I owed far more in the mortgage than the house was worth. I lost money in the stock market. I lost everything in 2008. And it taught me the most important lesson, to really value money. I finally understood what money really means. And it also taught me that it's not important how much you make. What's important is how much you're able to keep. Mm-hmm. And Karatbars gives us that vehicle where we can build up our wealth and then preserve that wealth through gold. So prior to Karatbars, I was with another company. And my sponsor, Mr. Stéphane Rochelot, he sent me a video to watch, and it was the craziest video. It was a 2-hour-long video. You think I could talk? Of this crazy guy. He was wearing like a Hawaiian shirt, and he had a little stain on his shirt, and he was feeding these peacocks Cheerios. And just on a side note, my name, Nitsa, is short for Pagonitsa, which actually means a peacock. So that to me was, ooh, there is a sign. But then I really started listening to what he was talking about, and he started talking about the importance of gold, and more importantly, the great wealth transfer that is happening right now. And I said, that's it. That's what happened to me. I was on the wrong end of the wealth transfer. I was part of the hundreds of millions of people that lost big because we were on the wrong end, and the people who won were who?
Banks.
Those who had gold, those who held precious metals. So that compelled me. I felt that that was my time. It was an opportunity to go again. So I went back to that other company, and I have a very simple principle. I like to come with grace and I leave with grace. And I told the owners of the company, thank you very, very much, but I'm going. And they said to me, Ms. Nakos, you've been amazing. Thank you for everything you've done for our company. But if you take even one person, including anyone of your team of 50,000 some odd people, we're gonna sue you. And the hardest thing I had to do at that time was to, what felt like at the time, abandon my team. Sometimes, when you follow your heart, you feel like you're betraying others. But the most important person you need to stay true to is yourself.
Is you.
And in doing that, you will help liberate others. Because the relationships back then that may have been severed today are stronger than ever for me. My point is I came to Karatbars, I had no team, and I called the 5 people that I had known from way back that I wanted to work with. 3 of them are in this room today. Mr. Brian Cromley from Sarasota, Florida, my friend of 17 years, Shelley Barnaby, where are you, Shelley? From Wisconsin, my friend of 15 years, and my very, very best friend, Priska King. And we said, okay, we're gonna do this. This is really good, this company, the mission, Mr. Harold Seitz. But I really wanted to meet the man. I said, if I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna go all in, I need to know what this man is all about. So I flew all the way from Vancouver, Canada to Toronto, Canada, which was a 6-hour flight. We also have a very big country in Canada. And 6 hours while I arrived in Toronto, let me tell you, 3 days I spent with Mr. Seitz. I didn't sleep all weekend. I was so excited for the first time in a long time. I saw hope. I saw opportunity. And you know where I saw it? Here, in his eyes. In his heart, I felt it. I don't chase money. I like to make money, only because I like to make a difference. But I do follow people. And I said to Mr. Seitz, that day, he'll remember it, I said, I will follow you to the end of this earth. And that is why over the last 5 years, I have story after story to tell you of adversity after adversity that we've gone through. Okay, we've had it a lot easier than Tammy Morrison and Pastor Di and Cheryl Ann Gober. But let me tell you, when I got started, bam, I called 100 people my very first week. 20 people said yes. 5 of them got active. And then we exploded. From 5, we went to 2,500 in 90 days. Brand new team. Then I got a phone call. Have you checked the internet? No. You should check the internet. I said, what's going on the internet? Anthony Snowpeck remembers this day very, very well. It was April of 2014. And they told us, we're shutting your country down. Quebec, Canada was under investigation for Karatbars. So it's kind of like, imagine if like Johannesburg, right, goes under investigation. Would that affect your business? I was getting phone call after phone call after phone call. What is going on? What did you get me into? You should have known this. There's no way we're gonna go forward. This is illegal. They say it's a scam. Look at all of these allegations. So I had one of 2 choices. I could either listen to all of that, listen to the noise, or I could go forward. And I chose to go forward. My vision with Karatbars was to build something bigger and do something better and be of more significance than I ever had in my life. My challenge early on was that they closed down my country. But we continued to build. Because you know what? Karatbars is open in 120 countries, actually 140 countries. And it's been an incredible ride ever since. The team is now over 100,000 people in 100 countries around the world. We feel blessed beyond measure. No, I'm not telling you this to impress you. I want to share with you my experience to prepare you for excellence, to prepare you for what is coming. How many of you over the last 90 days, put your hand up, if you have made income that you have never seen before in your life? Put your hand up, put your hand up, put your hand up. Look around the room, everybody, in the last 90 days. Okay, you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. Mr. Seitz is going to share some information that we were privileged last night to hear. And of course, another sleepless night. That's what had me on Google learning things like, my knock is Nitanakos. I want to leave you with this. You know, when I started in Karatbars, and all those people were phoning and saying things like, what did you get us into? Don't you see what's going on? They've just closed down Canada. This isn't going to work. Look at all these allegations. You know, I have to say that a large part of me, I just wanted to prove them wrong. I was following my goal. I was following my heart, but I gotta say, there was a part of me that just wanted to prove them wrong. But I'm gonna tell you this. Because of Mr. Harold Seitz, because of his vision, because of the fact that he has overcome challenges, challenge after challenge after challenge, to create victories for us. Because of that, we've been able to move from a place of success to significance. And I wish that for each and every one of you, if you choose to. This is our own personal journey. But I read the other day the most fascinating blog brought out by Bloomberg, the top 10 cities in the world in wealth, where the most billionaires reside. Do you know which number one is? New York, Cape Town. Yes, it will be Cape Town. Speak it. Speak it. New York, number one, 283 billionaires, amounting to about 250 billion or so dollars. Number two, Moscow, 150 or so billionaires, amounting to about $200 billion. Number three, Hong Kong, 120, 140 billionaires, amounting to about $130 billion. That top 10 list was less than 2,000 people that control trillions of dollars. So, my Karatbars family, my friends, my colleagues, I'm going to tell you this. When Ovidio Tomas stood on stage yesterday and said to us that the goal of our company by 2021 is to penetrate 5% of the global market with our products, 5%. I want you to realize something. We, Karatbars, if there was a country called Karatland, we would be number one on that list. We would be number one on that list. And that list is the real wealth transfer. Karatbars and South Africa, thank you very, very much. Buy a donkey and buy some gold, whatever you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Lisa Knocker herself got a wonderful